That Montgomery shit is spreading like wildfire. It's not gonna be pretty. Stupid fight. But it was clear. It was not a fight between men while you touch my boat. It was something different. It was built up anger, waiting to explode. And then you jump. You jumped the man. It wasn't a one-on-one. What the fuck were you thinking? How was that fair? So, even if it may have been a disrespectful thing that he thought it was, it turned out into something totally different. It turned into a hate crime. I witnessed it. I could tell. I'm a fucking man. I could tell when somebody fights to fight because they're angry, and I could tell when they're going for the fucking kill. It's gonna be an ugly stain. It's gonna be mentioned in history books because it's not gonna stop here. Chicago residents are driving to Montgomery by the thousands. It's gonna be a bloody fucking time. And how are you gonna make justice? They don't want justice now. They don't. That's not what they're looking for. You could put those guys in jail. You could hang them. They don't want justice. They wanted an opportunity to fight back, feeling right about it. And they're not gonna let it go. But I'm gonna tell you another thing. Those of you that have people in jail, loved ones in jail, that's where the body bags are gonna come from. Wardens cannot control that. They probably don't even have a reason to. So, unless they have smart leaders among both sides of this race to somehow communicate and keep their mates in check, it's going to be fucked up in the prison system. It's going to affect everybody on a personal level. And honestly, when I came in this country, I didn't know the race problem was so bad. But I learned over time in the last 30 years. Back in Europe, we were listening to UMTV raps. We had our 80s music, 90s music. Fushnikins, EDMP, Eazy-E, Bismarcky, Ice Cube, Ice-T, Snoop Dogg, MC Lyte, Queen Latifah. It's beautiful. Slick Rick. And then I came here, Brooklyn Bushwick, called a cracker. I would go home and ask my uncle, "What's a cracker? The one you eat?" He said, "No, son. It's a derogatory term for white people." And I told him, "But I'm from Europe. I didn't." He told me, "They don't give a shit. You white, you're white. You're a problem to them." So I try to make friends of all social statuses. Obviously, I knew I was going to live here forever. I wasn't looking to make enemies. Fuck, I'm a guest. I'm going to make enemies. And I worked in a village. Diversity in a village, Manhattan. Jesus Christ. You'll find anything. And I made friends with some people that were Christians. I remember this black dude. His name was Hugh. Weird name. Interesting. And one day he tried to explain to me about Christianity and why we are called Christians. But the way he tried to explain to me, he used the N word. And this is what he told me. He said, "The same way you use the N word against me, they also called Christians as a derogatory term." I stopped talking to him right there and then. because not only I don't use that word, I don't see it as such, and I could tell in his eyes he couldn't wait to tell me that story, formulated that way, with anger. That was a Christian. So, do they have a reason to be angry? Yes. At everybody? No. Problem here is that the race problem will never end. Never. That hatred is passed on from parent to son, from mother to daughter. And I realized right there and then, and I told people, the way I see things here, they're just faking relationships. But there'll come a time in America where I'll have to pick and choose a side. If not, a side will be picked for you. That's happening today. Hopefully, I'm wrong. But as I see, South Africa also killing white farmers. It seems to be a all around the world vibe. And the elite is happy. You're doing the job for them. They couldn't kill you with the pandemic. You'll be digging a lot of graves. And the elite is happy. If the Africans are killing all the white farmers, do they not realize they're not going to be farming? The only thing they're doing is destroy their food supply. And they like that too. There's another agenda they have to take your food supply away. They're killing hundreds of thousands of cows. That's your food. How many of you have the means of planting your own food, growing your own food? Well, I could tell you one thing. Obesity problem is going to disappear really soon in the United States. And you'll see. You are not big boned. No, you're not a fucking T-Rex. You just have no discipline. That's all it was. It was self-inflicted. Happy hunting.